Hey, hey, hey. That's mine. You son of a... Hey! Take those headphones off right now!
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling.
So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now yes, got my Apple Mac back, so hopefully the video should be getting a bit more consistent again. But anyway, this is a video which I've wanted to do in a good week now because Avengers Infinity War just hit cinemas about a week ago and it was amazing. I saw it first day. There is a vlog here on this channel if you guys want to check it out. Also in the description there's a link to my movie channel where I have reviewed Infinity War. I'm going to apologise right now because my dog's decided to start eating a biscuit right now as I'm filming and it's really loud. Nevertheless, though, we're going to continue. So, obviously, there's no soundtrack for Infinity War. Even though the music was quite good in it, they never seem to think that Marvel music is good enough to be pressed to vinyl. And most of the time it's not, I'm not going to lie. But there are the odd good soundtracks which sneak through. Like, I thought Thor Ragnarok had a great soundtrack. The Captain America Winter Soldier had a great soundtrack. And, you know, I thought Infinity War actually did do a good job on its soundtrack. But anyway, nevertheless, there have been a couple soundtracks put out on vinyl from Marvel before. I haven't got them all, like I'm missing Black Panther and Iron Man 1. But I do have Iron Man 2, which is basically an AC/DC compilation. And Spider-Man Homecoming put its soundtrack out on vinyl, which is a beautiful picture disc, as you can see. So, yeah, I had to get that. And I do hope to get... especially Iron Man 1, because I quite like music in that, and Black Panther one day, even though I'm not really a fan of the music in Black Panther. I'd still like to get it for the collection. But, nevertheless, the most popular soundtrack is, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yeah, today I'm going to be showing my Guardians of the Galaxy vinyl soundtrack collection, because actually I've got a couple bits here which aren't vinyl, and I'll do them first, actually. So, yeah, so if you're a Guardians fan, get ready. If you're a Marvel fan, get ready, because it's going to be quite cool. So anyway, I'm going to talk about the soundtracks as well when I move on to the vinyls. But first up, I'm going to show you these cool little items. Cassettes, yeah. Why on earth would you buy cassettes of these? Well, anyone who's seen the films know that Peter Quill, Star-Lord, Chris Pratt's character, carries around his personal little mixtapes, which his mum made him when he was a boy on Earth. So yeah, here we've got Awesome Mix Volume 1. These haven't been opened because I don't have a cassette player. These are here purely for the collection. And yeah, it's you also get a digital download with them. And you can see there these came from America, which are really cool. Gonna kill the dog one day. Anyway, and it's really cool because it's a complete replica of the one from the film. So it looks really nice. It's really cool. And on the side, it's got Awesome Mix Volume 1 written there. So then, of course, for the second film, they also did a Awesome Mix in Volume 2 here, which is really cool. See the tracks on the back as well. And then there is the spine. So yeah, really, really cool. And, top it all off, we've got the TV series one. This is the Cosmic Mix Volume 1. Music from the TV animated series. So yeah, hopefully there'll be a Cosmic Mix Volume 2. So on here we do have Blue Swede, Hooked on a Feeling still. There's some other tracks as well. Let's go through them. So we got Joe Walsh. Oh no, sorry, performed by oh, I'm reading them wrong here. So we got Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Swede. Rocky Mountain Way by Joe Walsh. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Drift Away. So You Are a Star. The Boys Are Back in Town. That's a good one. I'm surprised they didn't keep that for the film, actually. Thin Lizzy. That's who it's performed by. Walk Away. Where are we? Funk 49. Don't know that one. Shake Your Groove Thing. I Will Survive. That's a good one. Funk. And Joy of the World. So yeah, there's some interesting tracks here. They're a bit tricky to read on these cassettes, so I apologise about that. But yeah, it's really nice. Pretty cool. That's the only thing I got from the TV series. It is all going to be movie based. So anyway, let's take a look at the vinyls, because I'll show you here my stack of vinyls from Guardians. I've got quite a few. Surprisingly, there are a few different variants of this soundtrack. Why do I buy them all? Because a lot of it is repeated mixes. Because I'm a collector. I love it. It's not Guardians of the Galaxy, especially the first film, is not only one of my favourite films, but it is one of my favourite soundtracks in terms of the score and the mix that they gave it. So anyway, here is the British Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 vinyl, which you can find in nearly every shop, even still today. So I'll quickly go through the tracks. You got Hooked on a Feeling, performed by Blue Swede, which I'd never heard of before, but it's great. I love it. Go All the Way, performed by Raspberries. Really, really good song. You can tell that's from the 70s. Spirit in the Sky is a classic from the 70s. Performed by Norman Greenbaum. Moon Age Daydream by the magnificent David Bowie is a classic. Fooled Around the World in Love by Elvis Bishop is also fantastic. And I Want You Back by the Jackson 5 closes side 1, and it's, you know, I Want You Back's another classic. I'm Not in Love by 10cc. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the only 10cc songs I actually like, so it's a good job they've done that one. Come and Get Your Love by Redbone is probably my favourite track on this album. Cherry Bomb by the Runaways is a really fun punkish song, and it really suits this album. Escape, the Pina Colada song, of course, by Rupert Holmes, is one of the most famous songs ever, I think. Ooh Child, who doesn't know that song? And Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye is on here as well, which is incredible. But the UK vinyl is pretty basic. Very generic. If it'll come out of bloody Blake sleeve, that's ridiculous. It's no gatefold. It is in a simple white sleeve, simple yellow label on one side and red label on the second side. There we go. And then we've got the US version, which is incredibly different. Number one, the cover is so much better. So we've got Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Groot and Rocket there. So this is the deluxe one, they call it. Because it comes with a second vinyl with the score on, which is really cool, because I actually really like the score for this film. One of the few Marvel films which has a really good score. And the inner sleeves to this one are plain white, so there's not much to it. It is a gatefold, but mine's still in the shrink, so unfortunately we can't have a look at that. But the cover is just fantastic. I think my favourite one, it's either the Drax picture or the Rocket and Groot one. Just look fantastic. It just looks awesome. And then this is the piece of resistance, as we would say. This is the real standout record I have when it comes to Guardians. This is the Mondo pressing for the first film. They haven't done a Mondo pressing for the second film on vinyl. They followed up the poster on the second film. Not the vinyl though, which is really strange. I really hope they would, but they didn't. But I absolutely adore the Mondo poster for a start. It's incredible. They are repeating characters on here a lot. Like you can see Star-Lord 1, 2. He might even be on here a third time somewhere. I'm just not spotting it. So you can see Star-Lord on here a few times. But it's nice that they've included characters like Ronan the Accuser and Yondu. So that's really cool. It's not just our main team. And there's the back, very different. It all looks very different to the other vinyls, which is really nice. It really stands out. And these were collectible. I'm sure there's someone out there who has all 5 versions, because every version is different, because you get a character card with it. I got Drax with mine, which is really cool. I really wanted the Rocket or Groot one, but I got Drax, but that's alright. And on the back, it just, again, goes through the track listings and whatnot. But it's a really nice print of Drax. Also, the inside of the vinyl has artwork as well, if you can see it, which I always thought was one of the most pointless things, but it's actually awesome, because you can see in there, you can see their ship and whatnot, just. So, it's very cool. But the best thing about this is the vinyl. It's come in a lined bag sleeve. And then there it is. It's absolutely incredible. It's one of the prettiest vinyls I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of like coloured vinyls and stuff. I generally think this is one of the nicest ones out there, period. And it's got an awesome label. And it just looks absolutely stunning. It's a fantastic piece of vinyl. Incredible. So yeah, that is easily the best record I have to show in this video. I'm not going to lie. But stick around, because we've got to go over the second soundtrack yet. So yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got very, very hard to find, as you can imagine. It goes for, you're looking at least triple figures for this one now. But it's absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Okay, so the next one up. This actually only just come out recently, after all of these variants for the second film. The first film did a picture disc. Very strange, it literally only came out a couple months ago. So yeah, not much to it, it's just Star-Lord's mask. And then there's the back. The picture which they used for the UK 3D Blu-ray. So yeah. Very cool. And now let's move on to the second soundtrack. So again, here is the UK very generic, you know, non-gatefold single vinyl edition. We'll go through the tracks though. Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra. Incredible song, absolutely love it. It's one of my all-time favourite songs, period. Big ELO fan. Fox on the Run by Sweet. I can't lie, I wasn't massively familiar with this song, but that song really got me into Sweet. I've since bought a compilation on Sweet, and I've discovered so much more by that band, so they're fantastic. Lakeshore Drive. It's a good song. It's a good song. Not one I personally would have had on here. Chained by Fleetwood Mac is an incredible song. I think it's fair to say that that song is not 100% known from Formula 1 anymore. It is now probably 50% Formula 1, 50% Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Bring It On Home to Me by Sam Cooke. Classic. Southern Nights by Glenn Campbell. Great song. My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. George Harrison's my favourite Beatle. I absolutely love George Harrison. I bought the vinyl box set on him. Huge George Harrison fan, so it's absolutely amazing to see him on here. Brandy by Looking Glass. Great song. Come a Little Bit Closer. Don't mind that song, that one's alright. Wham Bam Shang-a-Lang. Silver. It's so perfect for Guardians. Surrender. Good song. Father and Son by Cat Stevens. Beautiful. It's the way they end the film with that song is beautiful. Flashlight's good, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Inferno, performed by the Sneepers and David Hasselhoff. But yeah, I love that this matches the first soundtrack, just a bit more colour thrown in there. Looks really nice. And then here is the second one. This is the deluxe one for America. Again, they've done the exact same thing. This is not ringware, by the way. It is meant to look like that. And again, this film has a great score. And it is plain white inner sleeve, so I won't bother taking that out. But yeah. And then I've got a few limited bits here. So I'll take these ones out. This one I have left sealed because it's the exact same tracks and score as this. And I've opened this one. So I have left this next one sealed. This is an exclusive to Barnes & Noble, which is an American shop. It has my favourite poster that they used for Guardians 2. It has all of our main ones on. Groot is there, it's just down there. With Yondu and Nebula, Michael Rooker and Karen Gillan's character. And yeah, there's the back. As you can see, it is exactly the same on the back. There is literally no difference at all. Just the cover's different, but they still have the deluxe thing. But if you read this, you can see it is an exclusive on red vinyl. Transparent red even. Or translucent. red discs. So that's really cool. So yeah, just a nice little collector's piece. And this was Record Store Day last year. Record Store Day 2017. They brought out a picture-shaped disc of Baby Groot, which is really cool. So the songs on here are The Guardians' Inferno. And then the B-side is a score, Dad, which was actually one of the really good pieces in it. You see the Record Store Day sticker up there. There's a sticker. So yeah, really cool. Absolutely love that. So cute. I love it. And I keep these together. Because they're both like my limited things from the second Guardians. As they didn't do a Mondo vinyl, I kind of look at these as my prized items from the second film. But who knows, maybe there will be a vinyl. Okay, pop that back in, there we go, lovely jubbly. And they also released a 12-inch from Guardians Volume 2. And that is Sweet, and it looks like just a sweet 12-inch Fox on the Run, but it does say down the bottom here, from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's a back. It's just a couple. You got the single version, album version, and J-Frog sort of remix of the album. So that's pretty cool. And you can also see the vinyl box set down there, which I actually really want to get. And also, it's on yellow vinyl. I love the label as well. I wasn't sure if this was official or not when I first saw it, but it is. It's put out by Sony Music, which is awesome. Sony Music, 99% of the time, do a really good job on their vinyl, so that was really nice. And we've got one more item to show, but it is still sealed as well. Because I had no need to get into it, so I thought I'll try and keep the value on it. And this is, here in the UK we do a thing called Big Sleeves, which is one of these. Basically, if you look at the picture on the back, you can see that it's like a gatefold thing where you get the Blu-ray, DVD and some art cards. And that's all you get with most Big Sleeves. Occasionally they'll do something different with them. This one they chucked in the vinyl soundtrack. However, there's only 3 songs on it. The other side is just plain black. They didn't even do an etching or nothing. It's just 3 scores. But you get the Blu-ray, the DVD, the 12-inch vinyl with 3 tracks, and exclusive 12 art cards. So really nice down there. See down there. They used my favourite picture again, and the back's pretty cool. They've laid it out like it's a Blu-ray back cover. You've got the 2-disc thing and whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. But anyway, that is it. I've been looking forward to making this video for a long time, but I kept waiting for Infinity War to come out. It's like, I've got to do it when Marvel's like really big and really fresh. So, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Both Guardians films, they're great. James Gunn, great director. You've got to go check them out if you haven't already. And, of course, Infinity War is in cinema at the minute, so make sure you go see it. It's great. It's fantastic. I absolutely adored it. But thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.
Hooked on a feeling.